pounds. Comes in with a 2-0 record and a 2.50 ERA in 14 games. He has 1 save in 18 innings pitched. He's allowed 8 hits to go along with 7 runs and 5 earned runs, while striking out 17 and walking 11. Will LeConte for South Bend.
So he doesn't give up a lot of hits, but he will walk some guys, and we'll see if this Loons team can be patient against him here. Kind of similar to what you get out of Blake Perry, who is the starter, and pitched effectively. He leaves with the lead after 5 innings, and only 2 hits allowed, 1 unearned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 91 pitches is a high number through 5 innings. But he got the job done. 47 pitches were strikes. So he only threw half his pitches for strikes, but was, I think, as you would say, effectively wild.
Hard to believe he leaves, Perry that is, in line for the win, allowing 0 earned runs.
Strike call to the inside corner to Valentine, 0-1. It's as if Martinez had the better outing and the better rhythm, but Perry had the better stuff. He was harder to hit. Valentine batting from the right side, grounds it. A few hops to second, booted by Westbrook. Picks it up, throws it wildly and into the dugout. That's a double error on Jamie Westbrook. Fielding error as he mishandles it at second base, and then makes a throwing error, throwing it over the head of Palka. He compounded the mistake. E4 fielding, E4 throwing, and Valentine is aboard. Wow. That was not good.
Well, that is what you see every now and then in coach pitch baseball.
So Valentine is at second with nobody out. Here's Jacob Scavuzzo. Loons baseball brought to you by the Three Rivers Corporation, official contractor of the Loons. More than construction, Three Rivers.
Loons got to take advantage of that gift. Runner on second, nobody out, a chance to get back in this game.
Scavuzzo waits and takes low, 1 ball, no strikes. Ralston Cash is up and throwing in the Loons bullpen. Found that Martinez is probably done. He's thrown 93 pitches through 6. The 1-0-2 Scavuzzo. Line to the right over towards Cash, who's warming up. It's foul into the seats. 1-1 the count to the Loons left fielder. Loons down 3-1. We're in the bottom half of inning number 6. LeConte sets. Long pause. The 1-1. Line to right. Shallow. Trahan makes the catch. And Valentine retreats to second base. One down. Here's Paul Henneke.
Brad, do you think Valentine could have tagged on that?
Probably not with Trahan's arm. It's pretty shallow. I think it would have been a risk. Line drive, too. Probably didn't have a whole lot of time to react and get back to the bag.
True. I'm recalling the last play we had at first base with the Loons back in the first inning when South Bend decided to throw it into their own dugout.
Henneke on a ball in the dirt did not go. It's 1 ball, no strikes. LeConte, born in Memphis, went to Briarcrest Christian. Started his college career at the University of Tennessee and then ended up at Cumberland University, which is in Middle Tennessee. So he has seen the whole length of the Volunteer State, which is outside 2-0. Those of you who have any experience in elementary school geography know Tennessee's a kind of a long state, a lot more width than height on a map. Memphis in the far western part of the state. Knoxville on the eastern part of the state. This one is swung on and missed, and it's 2-1 to Henneke. Cumberland's not too far from Nashville, the middle of the state.
My My experience with Tennessee is breaking up the long drive down I-75 to Florida to visit my grandparents. It's always a nice change of pace as you finally see something other than fields.
Yeah, some altitude, some mountains. You see a little bit in Kentucky, but then you certainly see it, especially on 75 heading down to Florida. See the Smoky Mountains over on the east side of the state. 2-1 on the way to Henneke. Foul tipped. Back behind the plates, 2-2.
In the bright volunteer orange as you make your way through Knoxville.
Of all the fight songs, Rocky Top is maybe the one fight song of all the colleges that has had the most commercial success as an actual produced song that was and is popular in country music. It's not like Time Called. It's not like Alabama's fight song is Sweet Home Alabama, even though they listen to that song a lot. The fight song is a different song, but Rocky Top's popular recording by the Osborne Brothers without the marching band song. Pitch is shot foul by Henneke, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Also, this Rocky Top, the song that Pat Summitt belted out at halftime of a men's game.
Yep.
Back when Bruce Pearl was there, she was repaying him for him painting his chest at a lady volunteer basketball game.
It's the only place in the world where Bruce Pearl showing his bare chest is seen as a positive thing. This one is low. Perez knocks it down, gets up, fires to third. Valentin is out. He got a late break. He didn't go until Perez kind of tripped himself up, and then Valentin got a late break, took off, and was gunned down. 2 outs as Valentin out at third. 2-5 on a putout, and a 3-2 count to Henneke.
We talked about Perez's abilities defensively. They were on display there. Wow, nice play.
So 2 gone now, bases empty. The stretch and the 3-2. Little chopper up the first base line and foul. It remains 3-2. It's trailing 3-1. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lefty on lefty, Henneke with an open stance. Will LeConte, the volunteer, comes set and delivers the 3-2. That's high, ball 4. And Paul Henneke draws the walk.
That second out at third base looking pretty big right now, Brad.
Corletta bats with 2 outs and a runner at first. Just 2 hits in the game for the Loons. Singles by Valentin and Moyer. Even with that, the Loons bring the tying run to the plates again here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Conte, not a big guy, sets and delivers, and Corletta lines that over the glove of the first baseman, Palka, down the right field line towards the Loons bullpen. It's underneath the bench. Trahan picks it up. Stopping at third. No, Henneke runs through the stop sign. The throw to the plate, and Henneke is out at the plate. The throw came in towards third base. They thought there was no chance that Henneke would go. It was cut off by Westbrook, the second baseman, and Henneke was a dead duck at the plate. I said Henneke stopped. He never did stop. I just assumed he would because Bill Hassman gave a very clear stop sign. But Henneke ran right through it. Silverhawks 3, Loons 1 as we go to the 7th on ESPN 100.9 FM.
What is the true cost of not flying with MBS International Airport? Ask yourself, what is the value of...
The 0-2 on the way. Pitch. and Jonathan Gustin. Nick Nealing and Amber Ferris. Surprise, surprise, they're together right over here next to us. They are all amongst 2,330 of us here at Dow Diamond tonight. Our attendance brought to you by Air Reinhardt. Air Reinhardt, a breath of fresh air. Nick and Amber are making an absolute mess right in front of us. Some people, Jake, are just so immature. Host Mark Cordero has twice flown to Almadoba. He's going to try to test somebody else this time. Takes inside, 1 ball, no strikes. What has been, to this point, a rare hitless night for Hosmar. Lefty LeConte to the set. Here's the 1-0. And Hosmar lines it into left field. And again, the Loons will bring a tying run to the plate. They did so in the 6th, and they will do so here in the 7th. Loons really shot themselves in the foot their last offensive half inning with 2 runners thrown out. Valentine thrown out trying to advance on a ball in the dirt at 3rd, and then Henneke thrown out at the plate trying to advance on a double down the right field line by Cordero. Or Carletta, rather. Here's Trinquan 0 for 2.
A bad base running can kill an inning so fast.
Third baseman plays in. Trinquan shows bunt, drags it down the first base line. Palka has it, flips to the pitcher covering LeConte, and he got there in time for the out. Bang, bang play at first, but Trinquan is out, and credit LeConte for kind of sticking that leg out, kind of stretching to be able to get to the bag in time ahead of Trinquan. Close play, but it will be a sacrifice bunt, 3-1 on the putout, and Cordero advances into scoring position.
Well-placed bunt by Trinquan in between pitcher, second, and first there. Just couldn't quite beat it out. Nice defensive play by South Bend. Good baseball all around.
Webster Rivas is 0 for 2. He has grounded to second and grounded to third. He was robbed on a terrific play by Harum in the 5th. LeConte's pitch is low and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Loons Baseball is brought to you by Bucks Run Golf Club, ranked in the top 30 public places to play by Golf World. Bucks Run. LeConte looks in for the sign. The lefty stretches at the shoulders, delivers a 1-0. It's in there for a strike to Rivas, 1-1. Might have crossed up his catcher, Perez. Jogs down to the mound to make sure he and LeConte are on the same page. South Bend in their media guide lists their minor league players. Next to their minor league players, they put their Twitter name. And just about everybody, that's the era we're in, just about everybody has a Twitter handle. W.M. LeConte is William LeConte's Twitter handle.
Brad, do you say at before a Twitter handle? I've heard both. I don't know which one is more acceptable.
Yeah, I think at would be appropriate. 1-1, grounded to the right side. Fielded by Westbrook. He throws on to first in time. 2 away. Do a game where maybe on a Monday, a social media Monday, we only call the players by their Twitter handles. Some of them could be really, boring. I mean, do you have a Twitter handle? Or
I do, at Jake_Riepma. I fall in the boring category.
Yes, that's very professional. It's very business-like. That's very Northwood-like Twitter handle right there.
That's right. I attended the Expo of Social Media as a tool for networking, so I'm glad to hear you say that.
Here's a little chopper weakly towards short, charging Velasquez. He fields, he flips to first, and the Loons again come up scoreless in the 7th. We go to the 8th, 3-1.